All right, well, that helps quite a bit as well. So let me see. Can we do... we can't do both. So if we go to the air, that's 4, 12. We're one... oh, no, that's a zombie. Yeah, we're good. Excellent. Go to the air, attack, and our opponent scoops it up. Yes! Hello, happy friends, and welcome back to the MTG Struggle Bus, where I struggle more so you can struggle a little less. We are at it again, this time with Dimir Zombies. I finally opened up a second Necroduality, so I decided why not, let's showcase this deck for you. First things first, I've kind of gone the same route I did with my Alchemy Werewolf deck, and I've completely forgone removal to just get in there and smash our opponent. I think this deck has enough synergy in it to kind of make up for that fact, but there are some flex slots that I'll talk about at the end of the video where you are able to sneak in removal, counter magic, card draw, etc, etc. But yeah, so there's really no key focus synergy. There's a bunch of smaller interactions that I'll go over as I go over each card, but it's primarily a zombie deck. The mana base is 4 Shipwreck Marsh, 4 Ice Tunnels. This could be 4 clear water pathways, and then 9 swamps and 5 islands. Of course, you can put it in any combination of creature lands that you feel so fit. This deck actually doesn't have a huge dependency on blue, so you can kind of flex that a little bit. The 1-drop slots, we are running Champion of the Parished. This is a 1/1 zombie for a black. Whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of the Parished. This is one of the linchpins of the deck, getting on the ground early and becoming a huge threat very quickly because of the fact that it only cares that a zombie entered the battlefield, not that you cast it. So there's multiple cards in this deck that generate zombie tokens that also trigger Champion of the Parish, and we'll talk about that as we get to them. Then just a catch-all, be-all, another cheap zombie is Shambling Gas. This is a 1/1 zombie for a black, and then you get to choose one or two. When it dies, you get to choose one or the other. Either give a -1/-1 to another opponent's creature until end of turn, which is a way to kind of deal with aggro decks or finish off a big attacker or blocker. And then search the body, create a treasure token, a way for us to ramp into Necroduality, essentially. 2 drops. We're running Jadar Ghoulcaller of Nephalia. This is a 1/1 human wizard for 1 and a black, and he is the only non-zombie in the deck. But he makes a zombie, so it's all good. At the beginning of your end step, so remember it is end step, if you control no creatures with decay, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with decayed. So he essentially gives you a 2/2 that you can kind of play around with every turn. You can either attack, have it die so you can create a new one, you can sack it to something else, but you do want that zombie to die every turn because you have a Champion of Parished in play. It will trigger and give him a counter, so there's a sweet synergy there. We're running 4 Tainted Adversaries. This is a 2/3 zombie for 1 black. It has Death Touch, so it's great for getting in there or blocking some aggressive green decks. When Tainted Adversary enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 black and any number of times. When you pay this cost 1 or more times, put that many +1/+1 counters on Tainted Adversary. Then create twice that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with Decayed. Again, generate zombies that fuels our Champion of the Parished, and we can also use that Decayed to get in additional damage or sack to other things, and then he gets a counter. And to be honest with you, a 3/4 Death Touch plays out really well in this format. Then of course, what is a tribe deck without a lord? So we have Blade Stitch Scob. We're running 4 of those as well. It is a 2/3 zombie soldier for blue black, and then other zombies get +1/+0. That's it. But I'll be honest with you, it does a lot of work, especially with things like those Decayed tokens. Going into our 3-drop slot, we are running 3 Headless Riders, but honestly, you should run 4. I just only have 3. I'm trying to save my rare cards right now. It is a 3/1 zombie for 2 black. Whenever Headless Rider or another non-token zombie you control dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So a way to trigger yet again Champion of the Parish, but also the fact that it allows us resilience against board wipes and some resilience against removal. It is a must kill threat. Then should you copy it with Necroduality, then oh my goodness, now you're getting 2 zombies every time your 1 dies, which is great. We're running 4 Fell Stingers, which you could probably go down to 2 or 3. It's up to you. I just really like this card, so I'm running a full playset. This is a 3/2 zombie scorpion for 2 black, death touch, and then exploit. When Fell Stinger exploits a creature, target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. So we're going to 90% of the time use it pointing at ourselves to sack one of our decayed tokens to draw 2 additional cards. But sometimes if your opponent's low enough and you can make 2 of these, you can just hit your opponent in the face for 4 and kill them. So great caller. It has death touch, so of course a great attacker and a great blocker as well. Ghoul of Thraben is another kind of card advantage engine in the deck. This is a 3/2 zombie cleric for 2 black. Whenever Ghoul of Thraben or another zombie you control dies, look at the top card of your library. If it's a zombie card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, or if you don't put the card in your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. So 7 out of 8, 10 times, or someone better than me do the math, it will end up drawing you a card, especially if you have more than 1 in play. You're getting multiple triggers because our entire deck is zombies. That's another reason why I kind of scotched on the removal. But should it be a land, and let's say you were good on lands, you could just throw the land into your graveyard. Or let's say it's a shambling, well, you just draw the Shamblghast. But let's say, once again, it's land, you could throw it into your graveyard and try to draw another card. And actually, I'm sorry, I totally lied to you. Jadar is not the only human, not zombie. I apologize, that's right. We're running 2 Giraffe Visionary Stitchers. This is a 1/4 human wizard for 2 blue. Zombies you control have flying. That is pretty much the reason why we're running them in the deck. It's a good way, especially once again, going back to the product, I'm not running removal, a way to kind of chip at our opponent, and whenever the shields go up and they have solid ground game and it's kind of clogged up, we could play Giraffe, go into the air, and finish our opponent off. It's a great card like that. Then it somewhat negates removal in the fact that you can pay a blue and tap him to sacrifice another non-token creature. Create a XX or an NXX blue zombie creature token where X is the sacrifice creature's toughness. So the sweet thing about that is that it also synergizes once again with Champion of the Parish as well as Headless Rider. So if something, we attack with everything, whatever is going to be blocked and dies, we can sack it to make a bigger zombie, right? Or we can use it to negate removal, and then it will trigger Headless Rider, so on and so forth. It's fantastic. So that's why we're running, but once again, I don't think it's a complete linchpin of the deck. It's more of a finisher, so we're only running 2 of them. And then finally, on the 4-drop slot, we are running 2 Necrodualities. This is an enchantment for 3 blue. Whenever a non-token zombie enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Yeah, when you land this card, this deck generates absurd amount of value. That's all there is to it. If you have 4, run, maybe, no, I guess they're good in multiples too, because it just makes 3, yeah. If you got 4, run 4. They're really sweet. But I've also chosen to run 2 overcharged amalgams. This is a 3/3 zombie horror for 2 blue, flash, flying, and then exploit. When overcharged amalgam exploits a creature, counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. That comes in handy, and with Necroduality, you're getting 6/6 worth of flying on the board for 4 mana. This is a really good card. It's a little on the pricey side for sure, but the fact that it's kind of a catch-all is fantastic. It gives you that nice safety net whenever you have the mana leave open and you're kind of head on board. You can counter board wipes, you can counter a kill spell, you can counter a crucial creature coming into play, or even if they're, like, for example, if they're going to exile, right, they sneak in. I guess you would just counter the conclave, but the apparition, but you guys get what I'm saying. So very solid. It can counter a planeswalker ability, or you can just flash in at the end of turn to put 3/3 flying in stats in the board that your opponent was not anticipating. But all right, happy friends, that is the deck. So without further ado, let's see what a thriller. I guess, I don't know, I can't really come up with a pun off the top of my head. I don't really rehearse them, I just kind of come up with them. But I mean, I guess let's see how the Night of the Walking Dead plays out. Yeah, that. This looks plenty keepable. We have a champion into a ghast. I like that. We even get to play our tapped land so it doesn't mess up our curve. We're on the play. Feels good. Ooh. Probably... Yeah, I think we might still hold off on draw. I want to make him one of the last cards we end up playing, you know? Question is, do we want to fire off the stinger now, or do we want to wait, right? I think it's 1 damage either way, right? Let's get in there. It's unfortunate, I guess, so we gave our opponent... Nicely done, opponent. Trigger. And we will decline just to get aggressive here, because they look like the control deck. So, iteration. Alright, so that means shields are going to be down for our duality this turn, which is nice. Question is, are they going to leave a fading hope? It looks like they're going to. So we are going to hold off. Double Necroduality. That's not what we want to see. Ooh, alright, fair enough. Let's see here. Let's play black. Duality. Playing 2 is kind of nice. That means we're going to get 3 copies, I believe. Divide by 0. Fair enough. Still means we get to get in there this turn. Our opponent missing a land drop? They might be. They might be. They do miss a land drop. Playing this guy is not going to do much. Let's get in there. Alright, our opponent has to deal with 2 creatures. Oh yeah, I guess they have that. Fair. Let's see, play a land. Alright, that's not bad. That is not bad. Let's go ahead. Playing him doesn't do anything. It's at the beginning of our end step. Oh. Okay, we can go here. Plus here. And then fly over. And then this makes a dude. Triggers. Alright, cool. And that's exactly what I mean about draw off being the last spell we play. I think we're good now. I guess if they missed their land drop. So let's play Headless Rider. Because right now our opponent's dead, so they have to do something. Trigger. Alright. We're going to leave draw off untapped. Alright, let's see what our opponent has. And then I believe it is... that's not going to do it that I'm aware of, right? So there's another non-token creature. Alright, yeah, that resolves. And... oh, I got it. They could... oh, okay, I see what they did. Okay, got it. Okay, fair. I see what they did there. Gotcha. Took me a second. Okay, so we lost the spider, but we gained 2 dudes. Okay, we have a full board for our opponent to deal with. And with our champion of the Parished being big enough, even a burn down the house is not going to do it. Plus, we have double riders, so we're going to get at least 4 zombies. Another Sunset Revelry, fair enough. Let's play around the Jadar Disruption here. Saw it coming, and I believe that is game. Go here and swing with everything minus here. And our opponent scoops it up. 2 lands on the draw. I mean, we do have a bit of a curve. I think we could do a little bit better than this, though, so we're going to mulligan. And this is... Okay, we have Jadar into Fellstinger, so I think we can keep this. And let's tuck... in the blind, is Ghoul better than Headless Rider? No, I feel like Headless Rider is stronger. We're going to go ahead and tuck the Arch Ghoul. And then just hoping we see our 3rd land. I think we'll do alright. There we go. Excellent. We have our curve, ladies and gentlemen. Blue-white. See if there's some black splash in there for some Esper. Ooh, America. Okay. Fair enough. I think getting Jadar down is still a little bit better than Scob. In fact, we're going to want to play Headless Rider and Scob on our opponent after Necroduality. I think that's really what kind of puts this deck ahead. Let's see. They didn't hit their land drop. I am happy about that. Oh, gosh darn it. Fair enough. Let's get in there. Oh, I guess I should have. Oops. My bad. Kind of new with the deck. My bad. I'll learn my lesson this time. Sorry. Sorry. I'm new. That's right. I forgot. We wouldn't have a decayed window. Oh, that's neat. Oh, well, if we got Necro... Alright. Let's see here. It's non-tokens. So they block 3, take 2. Or do they? Okay. Go digging. Take action. Reveal it. Play our Necroduality. Trigger. So then we get Shambling Gas plus Stinger. So what happens here? How does he work? Cast the next spell exit off the top of your library until Epiphany. Okay, sweet, nice, cool. Okay, and they get the Sunset Revelry. Cool. Okay. So we're obviously gonna leave this in the video because I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've come across a Cody deck. Another Epiphany. Okay, okay. Alright, they get to wipe the board. They want to... Oh, I guess they just make the Devils. Fair. Yep. Checks out. Take it all. They get another turn. This is super cool. Super cool. Let them do their thing. We could be dead. I mean, they've taken 3 turns in a row now. That's normally quite a bit. And we have no board wipe in this deck. So we can Shambling Ghast. Okay. Divide by 0 to block to bounce the Necroduality. Okay, are we dead? Think so. Super cool. Super cool what they're doing. I don't think I have the brain power for this deck. Nice. That was super cool. Okay, so let's see here. Can we kill Cody somehow? We really can't. So what are we trying to do here? Again, here makes 2 of those. These guys are just gonna kill us. We can, I guess, go out by our own terms if we want to. Let's see. We need to sack these guys for the treasure. Sacrifice that. Trigger. Us. See if we can go out by our own terms. Take that action. Sacrifice a creature. Triggers. We take the damage. Create a treasure. Reveal it. And at least we get to do our engine thing before we die. Is there a way where I could play the other one? And I can't, unfortunately. I really want to, though, so we can at least kill ourselves. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we should just... unfortunate. Let's go here. Here. Okay, that. And... attack for 3. Boom. Good game. Good game, opponent. Alright, they'll watch them do one more. Fair enough. We will take it like a champ. That was super cool. Yeah, I mean, taking 3 turns back to back normally gives you the heads up. And that's exactly what they did, which is super sweet. We are on the play, but unfortunately this is too high of a cost. So we're going to switch this up. And this is better. This is better. We're going to keep this one and... let's, man, I really want to keep the duality, so I guess we're going to pitch Scob, which feels a little on the bad side. So now the question is it stronger to get Parished down or not? I guess so, because we may draw another 1-drop, right? We can draw our Ghast. It's awkward. Oh, alright, well that works too. That is extremely fortunate for us. No attacks. We really want this guy to get out of range. Maybe I should have, because I don't think they block, in all honesty. Question is, are we going to block with Jadar or not? Monk coming down, okay. Double Monk. Fair enough. Fair enough. Kind of tempted to block, but we won't. Not really what we wanted to see, unfortunately. So next turn they have a exile effect and we're kind of stuck like Chuck. Good news is if they don't, then we're in a position to at least block some of these attacks because, I mean... Adversary, okay, so that's a good sign for us. Hard casting adversary, no pump. I like that. Alright, Necroduality seems pretty solid here. Let's get in there. And then we'll probably maybe not, because the Amalgam, man, if we can untap next turn, we're going to be sitting real pretty. Real pretty. Let's see. They can miss. Alright, alright, ooh. This is going to be pretty huge. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be pretty darn huge for us. Because we're going to get to counter their play plus put 2 flyers on the board. Which is really big. We're flooding a little bit, unfortunately. It's so annoying. I've been on that side of the decay token, and it's like the most annoying thing ever. It really is, because you're like, oh, this stupid 2/2 is just smashing me. Yep. Counter that. So let's go with he resolves, and then the trigger, yeah. Okay, and then he resolves. Alright. Sack. And our opponent scoops it up. Our opponent goes first, but we have a champion and some other zombies, so I think we keep this. I feel like any opening hand with a champion is a good one. Double champion feels even better. Alright, they got the play with fire. They do not. So, what would that be? Spike field? Frostbite. Fair enough. Fair enough, opponent. We will play our other champion. And then next turn, Fading Hope, alright? Fair. They're, you know, red, blue, doing red, blue things. Let's see here. I think... I mean, do we just play around... Guess we just play around the divide by 0. I guess they do it end of turn, right? So maybe it should have been a 3 of in. Alright. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Alright, let's play our duality. Divide by 0, fair enough. They're doing all the things. Teaching is good for us. We have 1 blue, so we could still... Nope, we can't. Oh, sweet. Nice. So, let's get another black. We're going to duality. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can epiphany this turn. There it is. So let's see. We either need a land. We'd like to see a land or a 2-drop maybe. See, our opponent has a full grip now, so chances of things resolving are a little tight, but we're gonna start to get some serious value if they don't have a bounce for our Necroduality. I'm trying to think what we resolve first. Opponent's digging like a mad person. Nice. Excellent, excellent. So let's go Headless Rider. And then I guess we'll run out the Archghoul and see if they disruption us, which probably. Fading Hope, alright. Nothing we could really do about that, but that's alright. Starting to get our value in. Our opponent does have 4 cards in it. Goldspan Dragon. Okay. We might be able to race this. I'm not 100% sure. Champion of the Parish. Okay. So we lose our Headless Rider. So let's play our champions. And then let's see, if we do this, that's 3. Stinger wouldn't be too bad either, but maybe we save that to do 4 to our opponent when they're not looking. So let's get in there, see if they're willing to double block one of these Archghouls. If they single block, I feel like that's a win for us. That's what they're going to do, try to keep their life total high. They have another bounce spell maybe. They're going to take it. Okay, interesting. Then let's go ahead and just play another Archghoul. Trigger, trigger, trigger. So if they have another epiphany, I guess we're dead, right? Maybe this is what they were doing the math for, but they have to kill us this turn. So let's see if they got the epiphany or not. Alright, do they have it? Nicely done. Nicely done, opponent. It was close. Alright, we go first and we have one heck of a curve out, so we're going to keep this one. Let's see if this gets us there. Play Swamp and the champion. We'll go Blade, Stitch, Scob, and the Headless Rider and hold on to the Fell Stinger. Initiate, okay. That is something. But we'll be able to push in some damage here. 3-2 for 1 seems good. It'll become a 4-3, so I don't think there's anything they could do this turn to block it. So this is going to be either a good thing or a bad thing based on removal, right? This is where we're going to find out if our deck not having removal is an issue or not. And I think I'm going to get in there. If they want to trade the Aspirant for our Scob, I'm okay with that. Alright, fair enough. I guess that was on the table as well. So let's see. They get rid of our Headless Rider here. Okay. No attacks from our opponent. Interesting. Interesting. So we could play Stinger, and that allows us to get in there with our champion. What are we sacking, though? Headless Rider? Seems a bit greedy, right? Though that Adeline's going to be an issue. And I like applying pressure to our opponent. Man, them putting the 1 counter on Adeline was pretty solid, not going to lie. I think we still want to just stay ahead. And we're just going to play Jadar here. Unfortunately, that prevents 1 good attack, which... you know, is a little awkward, right? Because all what they need is 1 exile effect, and then this position is a little shaky to say, oh, okay. Alright, alright. No attacks. Fair. Alright, so let's play our Champion of the Parished. Trigger. Then let's play Fell Stinger. Triggers. We'll eat the zombie. We will draw, and now we're looking for a draw. Excellent, excellent. So now we just gotta sit tight, right? They're gonna double block, so I think we just sit tight here and kill our opponent next turn. No attacks. So we just need them to not play a flyer here. Even, yeah. Okay. I think we got this one. Okay, 1 card left in hand, 3 mana. Ah! I mean, we could still play draw, but they know the jig is up now, which is unfortunate. I think we could still kill them. They block here. Alright, well, that helps quite a bit as well. So let me see. Can we do... we can't do both. So if we go to the air, that's 4... 12. We're 1 oh no, that's a zombie. Yeah, we're good. Excellent. Go to the air, attack, and our opponent scoops it up. Yes. All right, let's see here. So a little awkward on the turn 1 play, but we can make up for it subsequent turn. So I think we keep this. We are on the draw, or on the play as well. Let's go ahead and just play our tap land. Maybe we draw a Swamp and we can go both Champion into Gas. That'd be pretty sweet as well. We have Fell Stinger as backup, so I like that. No dice, unfortunately, but that's okay. Go ahead and play our Champion here. If we could play Adversary for 5, that'd be sweet, especially with the Necroduality. So we're getting like 4 zombies for the price of 1. That seems... Ooh. Hello, friend. Alright, let's go Shambling. Actually, that was bad. I should have taken a split second. Either way, we were going to play around Disruption. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we should have played Champion here. We could have gotten it for 3. I need to take like a split second more while I make my decisions. Okay, Spike Field. Yeah, so see, we missed on a counter anyways. You know what I mean? Unfortunate. Could have been a 2-2 out of the second Spike Field hazard. So hopefully I don't get utterly punished for that. Let's find out. Alright, we don't, thank goodness. Man, tap land, not quite what I wanted. So the question is, do we run out the Tainted Adversary or not, right? We could run out the Spell Stinger here. Or Fell Stinger. Is that better than Adversary? Yeah, I think we want as much pressure on the board. And it's the same amount of damage either way. So let's just do it this way. Trigger, trigger. Let's sack this for a treasure. So we can play around Droid Disruption. I want to make sure that resolves as well. Like, alright, cool, 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 cool. So see? So let's see here. They're gonna double bounce, right? Is that what it is? Double Fading Hope? Demon Bolt. Okay, fair. Fair enough, opponent. Card does good work. That card does good work. Alright, let's just land the Necroduality. And then hopefully we'll be... Oh, we could do... Alright, let's do 2 of those guys. Okay, so that worked out in our favor. Let's see if they stick. Then we'll probably end up dumping Tainted Adversary, I think. Saving Fell Stinger. Okay, they're doing that main phase. That's a good sign for us. So I think we are, in fact, going to go ahead and fire off the Adversary. It's still only going to give us 2 zombies, I believe, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they may Epiphany us next turn, unfortunately. Alright, let's get in there. And this still plays around, whatchamacallit. Trigger, trigger. Auto pay. Alright, and I like the fact that we could potentially sack 2 of these zombies to deal 4 to our opponent. So they have to try to kill us this turn, which is completely within the realm of possibility. Granted, the fact that both Tainted Adversaries have Death Touch is really solid because you have a way to block their Hall of the Storm Giants. Our opponent can take 3 turns this time, which, alright, they Epiphanied and didn't fire off the iteration. So I feel like that's a step in the right direction. I mean, once again, having double Fell Stinger essentially in hand means that our opponent's at 8. So we only need 2 of these zombies to connect, and we could take them down. They do have several chump blockers. They're in the tank. I feel like that bodes well for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can fire up the Hall. They have 7. So we have to anticipate the Fading Hope. Iteration. Okay. Double Demon Bolt. Another iteration. So what's that? That's Triple Bolt, right? Or Fading Hope? A Braid. Alright, that's pretty solid. That does quite a number on our board. So good job, opponent. So I guess we might just refill our hand here. I'm really halfway tempted to fill up our hand. That was a pretty desperate play from our opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, they scoop it up. I'll take it. Tell you what, we've been getting pretty darn lucky with these draws, and I will take it. Keep makes recording for you guys easy, and I am okay with that. Trying to stay ahead of the game. Yeah, I guess we'll play our swamp into Shambling Ghast. Going against... Ooh, wow. That was a top deck. And this time, we're going to actually play them correctly this time. And be able to get in there, which is sweet. This is a great start against mono green. Thanks, opponent. Still need to see something here, because remember, this version is not running removal. So, play our Headless Rider. Trigger. Do we want to 2-for-1 ourselves is the question, right? Does this one get in? They just trade here. This one gets bigger, though. Yeah, I think we apply the pressure and keep a blocker back. They took it. Sweet. I like that. I like that a lot. So they're planning on maybe drawing a card here, right? They have Blizzard Brawl. Takes up one of their precious mana this turn. Man, I don't know how I feel about those pixel lands, the 8-bit lands. I'm not 100... not quite what we wanted to see there. We really wanted to see a... Did we just A-space here? We really want to see one more zombie. But... yeah, I guess we do. Like, Shambling Gas is probably the questionable one, but they can only take so many blocks here. So we're going to double block our big champion. I mean, the block is definitely Headless Rider. But this does lead them to taking some damage. And I want to get aggressive here before they can stabilize. Okay, they're... okay. Fair. Feel like that's solid. Nice. Nice, opponent. Alright, let me see something. So we can't kill that one. So trigger. Guess we just get a... right? Because he blocked the one. Yeah. Nice. That's super cool. I've actually seen a couple of decks run that now. The choose your weapon. We might have to redo our green deck. Okay. So they're still dead, right? Yeah, they see it. We will take it, and we got it. Sweet. Well, happy friends, that is Dimir Zombies for you. I think the deck's a 4. I think it's very solid, has a lot of power, both with and without Necroduality. Couple adjustments I would make to the deck. I do think there's a consideration for some removal. Things that I was looking at was Infernal Grasp, just being a kind of catch-all removal. In most cases, our life total doesn't matter. Another card I was playing with, but ended up taking it out for the overcharged amalgams, is Crawl from the Cellar. Just a way to get back some of our higher value cards for minimal expenditure, right? But the deck list is very tight, indeed. So I think there's a little bit of flex there, but everything else feels pretty solid. I like having the Shambling Ghast as another hedge towards mono white, and then ramping out our Necroduality. You saw Giraffe come into play and kind of being a win con of its own. That's why I think it's worth having him in the deck, but I know you can easily move away from that. And then obviously 4 Headless Riders is a guarantee, is a must. You can play around with how many Jadars, but you saw the synergy between Jadar and Champion of the Parished, as well as Art School of Thraben and Fellslinger. So Jadar does a lot of work in the deck as well. But yeah, I think this deck is a solid 4. You can kind of mix and match a little bit as you choose, but the core of the deck is pretty solid. And yeah, so buyer beware though. It is a 4 because I think you can climb fairly consistent with it, but realize that the majority of these cards are zombie centric or synergistic, focused. So understand that you are going to be spending some wild cards on cards that don't fit into every archetype. But that being said, I think the deck's a lot of fun. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be, for sure. So yeah, there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, as always, happy gaming. Jedi out.